so excited to have you all here. This is the Community Awards celebration and end of year review of our first year of Wayfinder Society for Environmental Education, which is a program powered by Algalita. We have a few notes to consider before we jump in. So first, if you could mute your mic when not speaking, that will help us reduce background noise. We would like to encourage everyone to use the emojis, stickers, and comments in the chat to help us celebrate our community and awardees throughout the event. We'd also like to see your lovely faces if you're able to turn your video on, since this is one of the few opportunities to get to know each other. But if you're having connectivity issues, it's probably best to keep it off, just because it helps the stream run more smoothly for yourself if you're having if you're having like low bandwidth. And so with that said, let me introduce myself and the Algalita team. So my name is Annika Ballant. I'm the Education Director for Algalita Marine Research and Education. And alongside me are my colleagues, so please wave when I say your name. So it's our Executive Director is Katie Allen, and our Engagement Director is Emily Wanis, and Trina Miller is our Education Coordinator. So we're a really small but dedicated team passionate about supporting educators and students alike when it comes to environmental education. And so for the family and friends who might have joined us this evening who aren't as familiar with our work, we'll bring you up to speed. So Algalita Marine Research and Education is the name of our nonprofit, and it was integral in starting the movement to end plastic pollution nearly 30 years ago. Founded by Captain Charles Moore in 1994, Algalita was the first organization to bring attention to the swirling soup of plastic pollution in the Pacific Ocean, now known by many as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Captain Charlie helped spur what our organization calls the Great Plastics Awakening. Our advocacy brought the issue to millions of people across the globe and brought to light the harmful impacts of plastic on our marine environments. And over time, we've worked to revolutionize the plastic pollution conversation, collaborating with students, educators, scientists, and many other organizations across the globe. So today, during our ceremony, we really want to take the time to recognize the contributions that each and every one of you had made or have made to this collective movement, whether you're an educator or a student or a community member. We really appreciate all of you, and we're so inspired by the time and energy you have all spent in making your homes, our home, our communities, and schools a better place. So Algalita holds the belief that environmental educators are our greatest allies in this movement, as they are uniquely situated to inspire, equip, and support the next generation to take action to address the growing issues facing our planet today. So in 2023, last year in May, we launched Wayfinder Society for Environmental Education, a program offering a diverse ecosystem of support for educators, including lesson plans, toolkits, mini grants, and a lot more. All of our resources connect to plastics, but they are also interdisciplinary and touch on environmental phenomena, including climate change, environmental justice, composting, and many more. So tonight we'll be celebrating the incredible individuals who make up the community of educators and students using this program. So yeah, thank you all for joining us. So before we introduce the stars of today's show, we want to tell some of the stories that made this year so memorable. We officially launched Wayfinder Society for Environmental Education in May last year, and we had no idea that it would grow into the international community that it is so quickly. Even though we weren't physically together, we were connected by our passion and dedication to addressing the problem of plastic pollution. This issue affects us all in different ways depending on where we live. But one of the amazing things about Wayfinder Society that we've learned in this first year is that by tracking their progress through the actions that they've completed, all the students have completed, we see the similarities in the challenges that we're facing And we also see the alignment of the thoughts and ideas that are propelling us forward in our mission to evolve into a world where plastic pollution is unthinkable.
And that was such a traumatizing time for me because you become numb when you're given.
So there is clear proof that by taking a unified approach to these solutions, we're creating a global movement of educated individuals who are leading many communities to a better world. This year was also notable for our team in a few other ways. So we doubled our team, bringing the amazing Emily and Trina on to help us run our educational programs and reignite our community programs and outreach. Emily has brought her talent and positivity to a record number of conferences and events this year. We've had many successful community building cleanups, including partnering with the Long Beach water bikes to do on the water cleanups. We brought back our in-person events, including movie screenings, and we opened the doors to our new Research and Learning Center, together with our sister nonprofit, the Moore Institute for Plastic Pollution Research. And they are a group of scientists working with universities and researchers around the world to advance our understanding of plastic pollution. And on top of all of that, we had a phenomenal first year with Wayfinder Society, which we'll tell you all about next. So this year, our educator network grew to 6,825 educators around the world. We trialed a couple new toolkits, including our microfiber investigation kit, which was used by 10 educators across the US this year. We also produced 8 new lessons in partnership with our educator network, who read our foundational book, Plastic Ocean, which was written by Captain Charles Moore, and they created lessons inspired by each chapter of the book. We also had over 50 educators nominated by students, parents, and their colleagues for one of our mini grants, and we awarded 7 of those nominees with a total of $5,000 in unrestricted funding to improve their classrooms and just support their work in general doing environmental education. So we're we're blown away by the amount of effort and passion displayed by our educator network this year. So please give them all a big round of applause. And I'm going to pass it over to Emily Wanis now to introduce our educator mini grants this year, mini grant awardees of this year.
Yes, this is definitely my favorite part of my job, working with educators and students alike who continuously inspire us. And so out of the 7 mini grant awardees that we've awarded over this past year, let me first introduce Michelle Piper. Michelle Piper is a Hawaiian language teacher at Nanakuli Intermediate High School in Waianae, Hawaii, on the island of Oahu, who shares her passion for sustainability, not just in her own classroom, but with students across her county, across her community. We also have Ruth Leisha. She's actually a neighbor teacher of ours here in Long Beach, California. She's been working with us for a few years now, and she continuously inspires us, incorporating a ton of different sustainability initiatives within her school. We also have Elise Holston. She is a science teacher at Palisade Glacier High School in Big Pine, California. She incorporates education around plastics recycling or lack thereof, looking at bioplastics, microplastics, plastic chemistry as a whole science unit every year. We also have Pam Rydzinski. She is a STEAM lab facilitator, garden coordinator, and science fair coordinator. And she's actually based in Moreno Valley, California. And she's actually working on building out an entire school garden to incorporate sustainable regenerative agriculture and other sustainable activities and lesson plans within the curriculum, not just for her, but her other teachers that she works with. We have Clinton Ezeigwe. You'll be hearing more about him shortly, but he has been working us for many years. He was actually the first awardee last year in May, I believe. He is actually an environmental justice educator who initiated the Preventing Marine Plastic Pollution in Nigeria project, who is focusing on educating youth around plastic pollution and focusing on solutions. We have Clay Elliott. Clay just won this month's mini grant. He is an educator in the Anaheim Union High School District. He currently teaches high school chemistry and physics at Oxford Academy in Cypress, California. And then we have Kay Benitez. She's an educator at North Hollywood High School in the Zoo Magnet program. She teaches environmental studies, AP environmental science, science tech and research, and many other topics as well. Again, just a round of congratulations to these educators. It's been so wonderful to learn about your story, get inspired, and I'm thankful for the few that are actually here today at this session 1 with us. And without further ado, I want to introduce Clinton Ezeigwe. Hopefully the connectivity is okay right now. We'll give it a couple of minutes, but we wanted him to be the representative of this incredible cohort of educators and to share more about his approach to environmental education and why it is that he enjoys inspiring, working with, and collaborating with his students in his local community. And so, Clinton, if you wanted to take the mic, you're more than welcome to now. Yay!
Hi, everyone. You can hear me all clear, right? I think.
Yes, we can hear you and see you perfectly.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed change makers, students, and our honored guests today, good morning. So I'm deeply honored to speak to you today at the Wayfinder Society Community Award celebration. We gather to celebrate not only the achievements of remarkable educators and students, but also the spirit of collaboration and community that binds us all in the pursuit of a just and sustainable fit world. So my journey as an educator has been profoundly shaped by the students I am fortunate to teach. Each day they inspire and empower me with boundless curiosity, willingness to engage with complex issues, unrelenting commitment to making a difference. Their enthusiasm for learning about environmental justice transcends the classroom, reminding me that education is not just about imparting knowledge, but about fostering a sense of agency and responsibility towards our planet. Their energy and innovative ideas continually remind me of why I embark on this journey, to foster a generation that understands and values the intricate connections between human health, the environment, and social equity. My students' dedication to tackling complex environmental issues is highly remarkable. They do not just learn about the challenges facing our planet, they actively seek solutions, often thinking outside the box and pushing the boundaries of conventional wisdom. My students, they are not just passive recipients of information, but also active participants in their communities determined to make a difference. By creating community recycling programs to advocate for policy changes, their actions demonstrate a profound understanding that environmental justice is not just a concept, but a call to action. For me, being part of a global educational community, especially as the first recipient of the Wayfinder Society Educator mini grant, has been a humbling and enriching experience. It has provided us with resources to expand our projects and deepen our impact. More importantly, it has connected us to a larger community of like-minded individuals who are also working towards a healthier, more just world, each contributing unique perspectives and innovative approaches to environmental education. This community provides a platform for sharing resources, strategies, and successes, allowing us to learn from one another and to amplify our collective impact. The sense of solidarity and shared purpose is invigorating and reinforces the idea that while our individual actions are significant, our combined efforts are transformative. We have also contributed lesson plans, and together we are not just teaching, we are building a movement that transcends borders and culture. So over the years, my involvement with Algalita has been instrumental in shaping my approach towards environmental education. Algalita's mission to combat plastic pollution has been a cornerstone of my classroom curriculum. Through their programs, my students engage in hands-on research, analyze the impact of plastics on marine ecosystems, and developed community outreach initiatives. These experiences have shown them and me that education extends beyond the classroom and into the heart of our communities and ecosystems. So in my classroom, I strive to bring quality environmental education into life by focusing on experiential learning and community engagement. My approach is grounded in the belief that students learn best when they see and feel the relevance of their studies to the world around them. Whether it is through hands-on projects, field trips to local ecosystems, or partnerships with community organizations, I aim to create opportunities for students to connect with their environment in meaningful ways. By engaging with real-world issues, students develop a deeper understanding of and personal connection to the material, fostering a lifelong commitment to environmental stewardship. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, my fellow educators and students. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Wayfinder Society for this incredible honor and for supporting environmental educators like myself. In a world where plastics wreak havoc on our health and environment like a relentless missile, this award is not just a personal achievement. It is a testament to the incredible work being done by educators and students around the world to turn the tide against plastic pollution for a sustainable future. Thank you to my fellow educators for your dedication and innovation. Together, we are lighting the way for a brighter, more just future. And to our dear students, you are our daily inspiration. Your passion and commitment give us hope that a better world is not just possible, but within our reach. And we prove that education is not just about learning. It is about leading the way to a brighter, more sustainable future. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you so much, Clinton. I have goosebumps. I don't know if anyone else does, but that was exactly what I needed to hear right now. We are so grateful for you. I know I tell you that all the time, but I mean it every single time I say it. It's been so wonderful to work with you over this past year, and for Katie and Annika, who have been working with you for multiple years before that. For everyone after this, I'm going to be sending an email with all the different links to the resources, but one of the resources I'm going to link is a traditional materials lesson plan that Clinton co-created with us. And it is really incredible, analyzing looking at synthetic materials versus natural materials and how they're a really great sustainable solution to make that switch. And it's looking at sustainable traditional materials of his local area in Nigeria. So it's amazing. Check it out for sure when you have a moment. And I am so excited because along with the educators who joined us, Kay is here and she will be kind of representing this cohort of educators and sharing a few words with us. So without further ado, let me introduce Kay. Thank you again for joining us.
Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to say a little bit. I have so many, I've been part of Algalita for a while, and I kind of struggled with like, what should I talk about today? And I decided to talk about what we just finished doing in class today, and why environmental education is so important. So my environmental studies students, they do this year-long lesson on coast live oaks. In the fall, we visit all of our live oaks on our campus and collect thousands of acorns. And then the kids just like research everything about them. Like, how do you know if they're viable? How do you store them? How do you plant them? How do they reproduce? What's their life cycle? Even what's a seed? What conditions do they need to germinate? And how do they just wake up? So we have this 8-acre agriculture area at our school, and we have over 150 animals. We collect all this manure. And so the big question that they're trying to answer is like, which potting soil to compost ratio is the best for growing our acorns? And so they record data, they graph authentic data, and then they concluded this year that the 3-to-4 ratio has the tallest trees and the 1-to-0 germinates the greatest percent. And I've been teaching for a long time, and I kind of have a plan as to what's the content that I want them to hit. But I always let the kids with their curiosity about nature, and it leads us to surprising questions that I wasn't planning on. Like, they see that there's these little maggots that are coming out of the, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. You're great. Okay, great. Sorry. So I think my connection went in and out for a second. So they see that there's these little maggots that are coming out of the acorns, and they're like, what are those? And so we learned about the life cycle of acorn weevils. Then they're wondering, like, does all the animal poop, does the alpaca have the same nutrient content as the rabbits? So then they research about like digestive systems and what's in their food. Then they turn the compost and they're like, the compost is steaming. That's weird. So we talk about the law of conservation of energy, and where is that energy coming from? It's like the stored sun energy that was in the organic compounds inside of the inside of our plants that are inside of our compost pile. And as the decomposers are working on them, it's releasing the energy. So it's a great lesson. At the end of the year, our students give the trees to our graduating seniors, and they remember doing this as they were like 9th graders. So it's kind of a full circle moment, and it's like a beautiful thing. But one of the best questions that the kids ever asked was one of my students. His name was Robert, and he's a really smart kid. And we'd been planting for about 30 seconds, and then he looked at our little pot, and then he looked at me and he held his little acorn and he said, this acorn is going to turn into that tree. And I'm like, is that a comment? Is that a question? And he just said it like probably like 3 times. And he's known since elementary school, and maybe even before that, that seeds grow into plants and to trees. But it wasn't until that moment that he understood, ooh, I'm gonna cry, how beautiful and magical that this thing that seemed so lifeless had the potential to live hundreds of years and grow to 80 feet. This lifeless oval was not only alive, it wakes up under the right conditions, and it's capable of greatness. So my students, our city kids, before they came to me, many of them have never dug in the dirt or seen a baby goat being born. But when they get to see that life is actually all around them, and that the lessons that we learn in class are not isolated to the boundaries of our school, it's like a veil is lifted and they can see the world with new eyes. Our environmental problems stem mostly from us being disconnected to nature. So I feel so lucky to be able to be there when I get to see them live these first moments with these kids, witness the beauty of them finally getting it and understanding the magic of life, and that they begin to connect their lives to the nature that's all around them. And that is why environmental education is so important. And I'm so thankful to Algalita for giving me and my students so many inspiring resources, and so proud to be part of this community.
Wow, Kay, thank you so much. I was making fun of Katie for crying earlier this morning, and now you're making me cry. No, but with all jokes aside, that was everything we could have hoped for in such a beautiful representation of what we mean by environmental educators are our greatest allies in this movement. To know that the passion and resilience and interest for curiosity that you all are cultivating, it never goes unnoticed. And these kids will, and these students will turn into adults and carry these ripples and carry this knowledge with them. And so to you, Kay, as well as the other educators here, thank you so much. That was a beautiful way to start this end of year ceremony of what you all are finishing your year teaching about. So thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Annika while I get a tissue.
Thank you so much, Kay. That was so beautiful, and such a good reminder of just how powerful these small moments and small actions can be in our lives, and we never really know what that little spark is going to be as educators. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's really inspiring. So we are switching gears a little bit in the program, and we want to talk about all of the amazing students who took action on plastic pollution and the related issues this year. We actually had 289 active members in our student hub, and these are just a few of their faces represented on this slide, but they came from over 36 different countries. Next slide, Emily. Which you can see here. We were absolutely blown away by just how global this program became so quickly, and we're so honored to be able to touch the lives of all these students, a lot of whom don't have other types of free resources like the ones we're able to provide thanks to our amazing funders. And so we're just so excited about the potential for this program to keep growing. We actually have about, when we were looking into the data, over half of the countries, we had accounts created in over half the countries of the world. So we're seeing that there's really a lot of interest in this kind of resource and this kind of community. So we're just really excited to see how it keeps growing in the coming years. And this is really just the beginning. So these almost 300 active participants this year work together to accomplish over 475 different actions. And so part of the student hub on Wayfinder Society is a collection of different step-by-step guides for taking action on plastic pollution in your home, school, or community. And so for those of you who aren't as familiar, some of these guides are, one of them is, for example, asking your elders how they used to live in a world with less plastic, or they're working to banish the spork packet in their school cafeteria, or they're doing a single-use waste audit at home with their families. And so some of these actions are ones that we created here at Algalita, but we've also had the pleasure of working with these amazing partners that you can see on the screen here. You can see the numbers line up with which actions they've helped us create. And this aspect of the program is so awesome because the expertise of these different organizations, there are thousands of organizations working to address plastic pollution across the world today. And we've been able to allow them this platform to give students the ability to tap into their expertise. So it's just really exciting, and we have a lot of ideas about how to grow this. If you have any organizations that you're aware of that you think could be good partners for us, definitely let us know so we can look into that more. And next slide. So in total this year, our student hub members spent over 1,300 hours taking action on plastic pollution, which is phenomenal. It's a huge amount of time for this community. Of course, this is not the only thing they're doing. It's not their job. It's just something that they're passionate about. And so it's just so awesome. All of the animals of the world thank each and every one of you who participated. So thank you so much. So I'll pass it right back to Emily to introduce our 2024 student mini grant awardees who went above and beyond to take action in their communities.
Wow, thank you, Annika. What an incredible year it has been. Laying out all of those incredible milestones was really encouraging to kind of bring this year to a close and to bring in all that data together. We couldn't have made it to where we are today without the educators that we've already highlighted and so many others, but also from the hundreds of students who participated in our programming through Wayfinder Society, through the Student Hub. It was beyond incredible to hear your stories. And while I wish we could highlight every contributor who were a part of the Student Hub, it would be really hard. And due to the time constraints, we are going to be highlighting the winners of the Student Mini Grant Award this year. And again, this is a yearly offering. And so educators who is on here, please let your students know, help them prepare for next year when we offer it again. And so for those that you do not know, our student mini grant is awarded once a year. We award $15,000 to students across the globe, ages 11 to 25, who are working on projects. They're needing to help cover costs for unpaid internships, or they're going to an event that they need help coverage for additional professional development opportunities. The list really goes on, and it's all connected to either plastic pollution, the plastic crisis, and the work and solutions being done around that, but also related issues, environmental justice, composting, environmental activism. And so I really hope that y'all get as inspired about these individuals as I do. This international cohort of awardees not only inspire us to be part of the change ourselves, but remind us that the true power the next generation holds to bring us towards a cleaner, safer world. And so from the United States to Rwanda to Peru, this cohort of students are doing incredible work in their local communities, educating about plastic pollution while also uplifting creative solutions. And this is no small feat, yet these inspiring individuals are dedicating their time, their energy, and schooling to further this meaningful work. And so each of their journeys represent a ripple, echoing out into their network, inspiring their sphere of influence, and proving that the plastic conversation is an important issue for all individuals across the globe to help address. And so with that, let me introduce these individuals. And actually, if y'all, I can't see, but you can go into the gallery view so you can see most of these students who are with us today. And if you want in the chat, show them some love there. But let me break it down. So our first one is Chloe McKenna. Chloe will be conducting research for her master's dissertation through the University of Edinburgh. She will explore the socio-ecological and cultural impacts of marine plastic pollution on Scottish Isle communities, specifically on the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides. And I cannot wait to see her report at the end of this year, to see the storytelling and the cultural experiences that she's able to share and put into story form for us to learn from. We have Diego Areola Fernandez. Diego is part of Green Speaking, an organization that plan conferences and events with the goal of empowering youth to become climate action leaders. So yes, that is right up our alley. They are currently planning 2 separate conferences, one in Mexico during the summer and another in Toronto, Canada during the fall. So we're really grateful to be part of that journey and to help support where we can. And again, we can't wait to see how that flourishes. We have Hannah Minori Sherrod. She is with us today, and Hannah will be starting her master's degree in England, studying marine vertebrate ecology and conservation. Her focus is on advancing research in ectotoxicology, particularly studying the impacts of pollutants like microplastics on marine organisms and their inhabitants. And actually, Hannah is a data scientist with the Moore Institute for Plastic Pollution Research, our sister nonprofit that works right next door to us. And so while I'm so excited for her to be going on to her next adventure, I am selfishly so sad because I love getting to talk with her and get updated on the incredible work that they're doing. We have Pius Seda. Pius is with us. Hey, Pius. Pius was invited to attend the World Youth and Social Enterprise Conference in Italy this summer. I wish I could go, where he will have the opportunity to share his 2 digital platforms, MimiLink and Greenify Global, meant to streamline information on sustainable practices across Malawi and beyond. So that's increasing communications between local farmers and local stores and local community members. And so it's a resource that is so important, not just for his area, but that could potentially be replicated in other areas of the world as well. We have Ray Landriau. Ray is one of 60 youth out of 670 applicants to be invited to attend the World Youth Parliament on Water in Indonesia this year to advocate for healthy waterways globally. And during the conference, Ray plans on creating a multimedia campaign to help document the proceedings happening there that can also be shared with us in the community to learn more about sustainable practices around water. And Ray has created a book as well, and she's been doing incredible work. And you will be able to learn more about her work via her video and everyone else's video that we're going to link in the follow-up email that we send after this event. We have Shamsuddin Abdul Karim. He is with us today as well, and we're going to be learning more about him and his work because he's created a beautiful poem for us to share later. So in 2023, Shamsuddin founded EcoPoets, an awareness creation project aimed at using poetry as a tool to change the mindsets of communities around climate change and other environmental issues. And EcoPoets, like I mentioned, is currently working on new poems specifically related to the plastic pollution crisis. And this is a beautiful example that for students to connect to the environment, it's not just through science, it's not just through policy, it's through the arts and poetry, as you know, of all the greats of the history that we learn about in school and many others as well, that is an incredible tool to inspiring change in this movement. So thank you, Shamsuddin. We have Solomon Abubakar Umar. I believe he's with us, or he was earlier. Solomon is organizing community events aimed at fostering plastic pollution awareness within northeastern Nigeria. And through these initiatives, he seeks to educate residents and advocate for sustainable practice. And he'll also create educational flyers, sort of similar to the ones that we create through Wayfinder Society, but different in the sense that it's going to be distributed in their local language to encourage more education and not just those who are able to speak and read English. And so, again, just expanding access is an incredible, important part of this conversation. So Solomon, thank you so much for your work. We have Eugene Harada. Eugene will be interning and conducting research this summer in Japan to further his education around plastic pollution. He'll be having 2 internships, one with the Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology for their International Pellet Watch project, which is conversation around nurdles or pre-production plastic pellets and how we can better live with them or to ensure different techniques so they're not continuing to polluting our land and waterways, as well as the Japan Center for Sustainable Environment and Society. And while he is over there, he's going to be interviewing a lot of different individuals to better grasp this subject and to get firsthand experience of people who are scientists, researchers, and other community members. And then we have Foday David Kamara. Foday attends African Leadership University in his home country of Rwanda, and he is currently planning an educational workshop on plastic pollution at his university in Kigali to educate students about plastic pollution, solutions to help the problem, and inspire them to join the movement. And so with that, I'm so excited. I could keep going on about Foday and all of these other students, but I'm going to give the mic to Foday to share more about his work, his approach, and what it means to be a part of this larger community of Wayfinder Society. So Foday, if you're still with us, and hopefully the connectivity is okay, I'm going to pass the mic to you, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Emily. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon and good morning, wherever you are. Incredible members of the Wayfinder Society, and congratulations to fellow grant recipients and our various distinguished guests in our midst. I welcome you all. My name is Foday Kamara. I'm originally from Sierra Leone, but I'm currently based here in Rwanda. And I'm the founder of Eco-Environment, a project that's transformed the challenge of urban plastic waste into opportunities for sustainable development and education. So my journey into the environmental advocacy begins with a stark realization of the severe challenges my community face, particularly with plastic pollution. Witnessing this detrimental effect on our environment and the health of our communities propelled me to act. In 2021, this motivated me with a profound desire to make a change, inspired me to found Eco-Environment. Our current key initiative targets university students here in Rwanda, educating them about the dangers of plastic pollution through our workshops and engagement. These workshops informs and empower participants to implement sustainable practices within their communities. So far, we've reached over 150 individuals, equipping them with the knowledge and tools to champion environmental sustainability. My passion for this cause is deeply personal. I envision a future where our children inherit a planet that is not burdened by our waste, but it is cherished and nurtured. Our fight against plastic pollution is not just about cleaning up our beaches, our communities, which is visible. It is also about instilling a sense of responsibility and innovation in the young minds of today. I'm immensely grateful to the Wayfinder Society for the Student Mini Grant, which will significantly propel our efforts, as this support is a testament to the power of collective action and a beacon of hope for environmental advocates like myself. Together, with the support of the Wayfinder Society and its communities, we are paving the way forward to a future where plastic pollution is unthinkable. Let us continue to inspire each other, challenge the status quo, and foster a global community where commitments to sustainable and inclusive growth is a must. Thank you very much for this incredible opportunity to share my story and the impact of our work. I look forward to learning more about our projects and exploring ways we can collaborate to further our collective mission for a healthier, more sustainable plastic-free world. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow, Foday, thank you. I'm going to silently clap so it's not going in everyone's ears, but wow. Yeah, I could not have said it better. It was beautiful to hear your perspective, and we are so happy that you're a part of this cohort this year. And again, we can't wait to see what you do. You're already doing so much, and just thank you a million times over. So now, after that wonderful story, let us pass it back to Annika to share more about incredible students who are a part of this Wayfinder Society community. So again, thank you, Foday. And And then last but not least, we have Anghy, Sayury, Aquino, Martinez. Anghy was invited to attend this year's International Model United Nations STEAM Summer Program, organized by the UNESCO Center for Peace. This summer opportunity will enable her to collaborate with other young change makers, raising awareness of plastic pollution and other harmful pollutants affecting her home country of Peru. And I am so excited because Anghy is with us this evening and she has some words to share with us. And without further ado, Anghy, you can take the mic and I can't wait to hear from you.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Anghy Aquino and I'm from Peru. I am a non-formal environmental educator and a student of chemical analysis. Since childhood, I have always loved nature and been committed to its care. This is something that I learned from my parents. Together, we plant trees in our hometown, San Jose de Quero. In addition, I carry out environmental education projects, one of which is called Creating Green Generations. This project aimed at combating climate change in water, air, soil, and plastic pollution was presented at the UNESCO Collapse 2023 Worldwide Youth Multimedia Competition. Fortunately, I won and was offered a scholarship to attend the International Model United Nations STEAM Summer Program organized by the UNESCO Center for Peace. And unfortunately, the scholarship doesn't cover the cost of airfare, which is why I decided to apply for a Wayfinder Society student mini grant. I'm very happy and grateful that the Wayfinder Society is supporting me to cover this cost, allowing me to participate in this summer program. The International Model United Nations STEAM Summer Program aims to cultivate leadership skills and foster interdisciplinary collaboration to address pressing real-world challenges such as plastic pollution. I will participate as a delegate from Peru in this program, engaging in conferences, workshops, and various STEAM initiatives. Additionally, I will collaborate with other students to make programs, to make initiatives, sustainability initiatives. Participating in this summer program will help me to develop and enhance my leadership skills. Moreover, it will empower me to amplify my impact as an environmental educator in Peru, focusing on reducing plastic pollution through innovative projects and contributing to a future where plastic pollution is unthinkable. Being part of the International Wayfinder Society student mini grant cohort this year is truly gratifying. And not only does it help me grow professionally, thanks to the support of the mini grant, but it also makes me part of a wonderful organization that fights for a more sustainable, just, and clean future. Thank you very much to the Wayfinder Society for your support, and thank you all for your attention. Let's continue working for a future where plastic pollution is unthinkable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anghy. I'm going to quietly clap so it's not all in your ears, but incredible. You are a shining example of this cohort of students, along with Diego and all of the other students who we were able to highlight. So thank you for sharing a more in-depth look into your project. The conference seems absolutely incredible, and I know you're going to learn so much there and provide so much to the conversation as well. So thank you for being a part of this movement with us. And with that, Annika, if you wanted to share a little more of some other STAR students involved in our program, that would be awesome.
Yes, thank you so much, Anghy. That was so lovely to hear everything that you're doing. You're really a leader in your community, I am sure, and I'm so excited to see what you are able to do in your future beyond what you've already accomplished. So we do want to just shout out to all of the other students who participated in our program this year. On the screen, these are just a few of our STAR students that we selected because of the quality of their work and the dedication that they showed through participating in the program. And we also wanted to shout out our two Teen Challenge winners, the Go-Getters and Zero Plastics. We had a competition back in April during Earth Month to see which team could achieve the most actions in 1 month. And they really dug it out and got over 50 hours each. So that was really, really incredible. But we had so many exceptional students in the program this year, and we just want to thank each and every one of you for your participation and your passion to reduce plastic pollution. Thank you so much. And we have 2 special awards that we want to announce in addition today. Our Educator of the Year and our Student of the Year. So today we have our Educator of the Year with us in the second session, and that is Ruben Romero. He's a public school educator at Los Angeles Unified School District. Please wave, Ruben. And we've been working with Ruben for a couple years now, and we're just so inspired by his dedication to incorporating our resources into his classroom. It was so cool to see how his students, some of which of you are here today, thank you so much for joining, how you all took these actions to heart and showed how you learned through doing them. It was so fun to see your repurposed t-shirts made into reusable bags, which is one of our favorite actions. And we also wanted to spotlight Lily's response to talking with her grandmother in the Ask Your Elders action. So we are so inspired by you, Ruben, and your whole class for doing this really important work. We appreciate you. I'm going to pass it on to our colleague Trina Miller to announce the Student of the Year.
Yeah, so as Annika and Emily have said, that has been so wonderful to see all of the amazing work that our students and educators have put in. And we wanted to shout out one of the most inspiring and impressionable students we saw, Aman Khan. Individually, she has earned a total of 76 hours on our Wayfinder Society, but the quality of her work and just the detail that she put in has showed that she definitely has spent more than just 76 hours learning about plastic pollution and teaching others about it. You can see a screenshot of a 25-minute interview that she hosted with the CEO and co-founder of Trash It and the founder of Unwrapped, where she asked very thoughtful questions about the structure and the success of each organization. This insightful conversation also focused on innovations and challenges for zero waste initiatives around the world. She had conducted herself in such a professional manner for such a young student that it was incredibly inspiring to witness that. And in addition to all the excellent stuff that she has submitted to our Wayfinder Society, she truly has gone above and beyond when it comes to learning about plastic pollution, and she actually developed her own online plastic pollution education portal for children under 15 years old. Highly recommend checking it out if you guys are interested. It's called Earth Warriors with a Z.org. And on there, she has a variety of educational resources, including a link to her YouTube channel that has almost 200 videos about other interviews that she's conducted, educational videos, and climate stories. And she has 125 subscribers, hopefully a few more after this. And yeah, we just wanted to shout her out, and we're so excited to see all the work that she's connecting to the Wayfinder Society. And we're very grateful for her students like Aman who are helping to build a plastic-free world.
And so with that, I'm going to hand it back over to Katie Allen, our executive director, to talk a little bit about what's ahead for Wayfinder Society next year.
Thank you so much, Annika. Emma, if you want to pop over to the next slide, I'll get right into it. So we're really excited. As mentioned multiple times, this was our first year, and we had no idea what was really going to happen, and it really caught on like wildfire. And what's been amazing to see is the participants across the entire world. What we're really inspired to do in year 2 is really find ways to connect our growing global community. So we're going to be looking at more virtual networking events where we can have educators and students connecting and having fun and chatting and really getting to know each other to build more of a linkage between our community members. We're looking at connecting classrooms. So maybe having opportunities where classrooms that exist in similar bioregions maybe it's a pen pal program, maybe they're connecting, via Zoom, ways to, again, make those linkages more strong between our community. We're starting to play with this idea of perhaps developing a future ambassador program, because obviously our team cannot be everywhere on the planet. So why not create a group of, leaders that are maybe rolling out in-person events that are culturally specific in the languages of the region. So this is something that we're just starting to think about. If you see surveys come from us or some, questions, one of the most important thing about our programming is we always want insights and information from you all before we develop anything. So definitely watch out for some information about that coming out, because we will need everyone's help to develop it properly. The in-person events, as I mentioned, regionally, but also here in the States, we're starting to think about how we can bring people together in person more. Our mini grant cohort. So we don't just want to, give the mini grants out as important and valuable the financial support is, but we're really looking forward to finding ways to help those leaders connect with one another and provide different updates and just connect a couple times throughout the year to really help build the community each year. And then what we're really excited about is looking at how we can develop some sets of new actions with global partners. So maybe there will be organizations in your community or organizations that also have a global reach that we can build these partnerships with in order to really create that community, the international connection that we're really striving for in this new upcoming year. Slide, please, Em. With all of those new things, I also just wanted to remind everyone that everything that was available this year, all the experiences, the standards aligned lessons plans, the toolkits, the student hub, our educator mini grants, everything will be repeating again. So nothing is going away. We're just building on top of what we've already had. And additionally, next slide, just a heads up for everyone. We will be doing the student mini grants again next year, 2025. So it will be the same process, open from January 2025. Applications will be due April 15th. Everything will be very, very similar as to the process this year. You can apply for a mini grant even if you've already been awarded one. You can, as a teacher, definitely share this opportunity with your students. And so just wanted to flag this and let everyone know that our goal for Wayfinder Society is to make it a seasonal program so students and teachers kind of know what to expect, right? They're going to know what the fall looks like, what the spring looks like, when the mini grants are open. So we're really excited to be able to reflect and evolve the program year after year with your input and just alongside this amazing community. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. And so, it's 2021. This is an international community, but we want to make it feel a little bit old school. And so we're bringing modern with old, and we have this digital yearbook. We're using this platform called the Kudos board. If you've never heard of it, it is super cool. You can scan this using your phone, or Katie is going to put a link in the chat that you can do it. It's going to take a minute or less. You choose your favorite meme, GIF, whatever you call it, along with a little note to maybe a specific student or educator or to the collective community. But I'm also going to send this out along with all the other links that we mentioned and like a closing email tomorrow. But if you wanted to do it now, it's going to be quick and it's going to be really fun to see everybody's. We have about 10 on there and it's really fun to go through them. So can't wait for more to be added and we would love for you to contribute. I'm going to leave it on just like 5 more seconds for the QR code. Okay. And now I had mentioned one of our awardees, our student awardees, Shamsuddin, who is the poet. He was so incredible to provide us with a poem as well as a video specifically related to plastic pollution. He's going to be creating a lot more and we're excited to share those on our platforms as well. But this one is specifically for this community who is here with us today live, as well as those watching this recording. But to help the international community kind of all come together with a similar background, I'm going to share a quick few sentences that he had shared prior to this. And so for some quick background on the poem, Shamsuddin has woven the chameleon's transformative nature into a poignant metaphor for the plastic's complex impact on our environment. And just as the chameleon's harmless appearance bellies its deadly potential, like plastic bottles and other single-use plastic materials, seemingly innocuous at first, reveal their true destructive power over time. And like the chameleon's adaptability, plastic waste has adapted to our daily lives, infiltrating our oceans, our landscapes, our ecosystems, causing irreparable harm to our planet, which is why we're all here together, collectively working on this issue, and that inspires us daily. And in African cultures, the chameleon is often revered for its resilience and cunning. Yet in the poem, Shamsuddin subverts this symbolism, using the chameleon to represent the plastic bottle's steady invasion of our environment. This powerful imagery urges us to confront the urgent need for sustainable practices and responsible waste management in our communities. So let me make sure that my mic is able to share this noise. And Katie, if you just wanted to put a thumbs up if you can hear it, and we'll begin.
The chameleon, looking so innocent at first sight, like the flowing water in a sleeping ocean. Your transparent nature makes a man loses his mind and his soul, glaring at your beautiful sight non-stop, a selfish creature of our companies. But the moment you change color, the sky goes dark. The oceans roars in agony. The land turns barren. The men that once admired your looks fall sick, starve like hungry peasants. Plastic pollution is real. Its effects touches every bit of our souls, so let's fight it. Let's fight it with our lives before it fights us with its life.
All righty. Wow, I am impressed. We made it at great timing. It is 10:55, and this is the last slide before we go into our after-party Zoom games, if y'all wanted to connect and network a little bit more with one another. But thank you a million times over to each and every one of you. Before we all do go, if you can't stay for the after-party games, I'm going to put it in gallery view, and I would love it if we could all take a big photo together or screenshot from this. So 1 second, I think I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Yeah, there we go. 3. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more because we have 2 pages. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Thank you all. If you're able to stay on with us, please do. Annika's going to lead some fun games that I'm excited for, but we all know that y'all have busy lives too. So if you got to go, we'll see you later. On a 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay. Awesome. We're all on one screen, so that was easy enough. Okay. Now, thank you all. If you need to go, get going. If you want to stay and have some fun.